September 5th, 2018, we started filming Last Call, which basic premise, man ready to end his life calls the suicide hotline, has misdialed because he's already drinking and taking pills in preparation to end his life, ends up connected to a random stranger, a woman character named Beth, who's a night janitor at a college, not expecting this call at all. She's only answering the phone because she's told her babysitter to call there in case her son comes home because he hasn't come home and they've been fighting. And when she answers the phone and realizes what this man's up to, realizes she's down a very tough situation. She has to stay on, doesn't have to, but chooses to stay on the phone and try to change the outcome. And the way we chose to shoot the movie was in a single take with no edits and split screen. So we have two camera crews running in different parts of Windsor. It was all shot here, in different parts of Windsor at the same time. So simultaneously, crew 1 and crew 2 are doing the next to impossible feat of nailing perfect focus and perfect sound. The actors are trying to give perfect performances, and they actually acted over the telephone.
This is the first one in a while that you grabbed the camera, right?
Yeah, I camera operated on the Scott side of the story, on his side of the story. I used to, just out of necessity living in Windsor, I didn't know that many other cinematographers, and the ones I did all hated me here, so I couldn't work with them, even though they were way more talented than me. So out of necessity, but it's interesting because a lot of what happened moving to Toronto and LA, there's a lot of well, you should just focus on directing if that's what you want to do, and you go yeah, that sounds pretty relaxing. I'll just, I'll just direct. On Scarehouse, I produced and I wrote too, but I just directed. And then I sat in a chair, not unlike this, and I watched the monitor, and I'm just this is fun, but I'm kind of bored. Because I'm used to holding a light stand in this hand and a camera in this hand, and maybe the microphone's on my foot because I don't have any gear and can't afford anything. So last call, it was fun to kind of jump back in and also that way, it's this perfect balance of everything has to work. So if I'm part of the one screwing it up, it sort of takes the tension, I think, off the rest of the crew. Because the director's going to be the one to botch this shot every time. But for me, there's something about, I guess it'd be if I was in the Army, I think I'd want to be in the trenches. I don't want to be the general back, making the calls. It's safer. Safety's boring. Right. When we're talking about not risking my life to do anything. Yeah. It was a lot of fun to kind of jump in and do that. Very sweaty. Yeah. I had that photo where I look like Richard Simmons with all my sweatbands on, just so that I don't drip into the camera and ruin a $50,000 piece of gear.
My favorite one, because I just happened to be for the take where you started at Vermouth, walked around the corner, and just as you're walking into Victoria, you banged right into the side of the door. And that's a wrap. We're reshooting this bad boy.
Thankfully it was 6 minutes. And that's the thing, because every time you mess up, you do have to restart the entire movie and reprop all
that didn't happen often, though, right?
No, we really... So, extremely micro budget. We had a number of days to rehearse, and we had 4 days to film. So the goal was 4 nights. The goal was to shoot it twice per night for 4 nights so that we would have 8 takes to choose from. Day 1, we shot a take. It was bumpy. We still need more rehearsal. Let's not do a second take tonight. Let's figure out all the technical things, fix the lighting, talk through the performance aspects. Day 2, we shot 2 takes. Both were they were okay. But there'd be different things where the camera on this side, I buzzed the focus 3 or 4 times. This side, the camera was perfect. The acting performance was better here than on this side because they were just off that day. And it's very difficult for 2 actors that aren't on a stage and working with each other. It's like if you went to a play and they put a curtain down the middle of the stage and they said, now act together. Right. It's there's an emotional element of it. We're being in the room and being in the stage. It's kind of like the sterile recording of Blink-182 did the one album where they weren't talking, so Tom recorded here, Mark recorded here, and it's the album that most people don't like because it's just there's no energy, there's no vibe to it. So then, day 3, we did 1 take, and everybody went, that's it. This could be the movie. That was so great. Yeah, there's some flaws in it, but because what we would do is every lunch break, we would watch the first take, and it was like a sports game take. Be oh no, okay, tweak the lighting there. Make sure, I forgot to move the camera here, and we'll get it better the next time. And that day we all thought what's probably best, because we're exhausted at this point, is
let's go home, get a real night's rest, come back tomorrow and only try to do
It
one
makes it
more and
easier,
make it better.
though, right? Once you have one that you think like, okay, worst case, we've got something we can live with.
That second take every night, because you go like, suck it up. Theater actors sometimes do multiple shows a day, but then they don't. There's rarely a technician in a theater show that's got to like, okay, I got to carry this thing on my shoulder and nail this perfect focus again. So the next night we came back and we did another one, which was very good. So we ended up with 5 finished takes of the movie and 3 misstarts, or ones that we didn't roll. The misstart you talk of is actually on my Instagram.
Yeah.
I cut it together. Yeah. We have a thing. It's like a spine. It's called an easy rake, and you strap it on like a body vest, and it comes up over top. And there's a string that holds it. So it takes some of the weights off your shoulders and your back with the camera. And I was walking through, and there was a GoPro that was rigged there that Ryan had rigged. That was lower before with the clearance to get out of the building, and it just snagged on something. I just. But we had GoPros rigged on it, to film the behind the scenes, so it was a perfect capture of ultimate failure. So again, showing my failure. That's on Instagram for the world to see that I'm the one botching this super serious single take.